black men, white women. Right. Okay, but let's even take it further. In that if the concern is white genetic survival, they don't have to worry about black women. Why?
The X chromosome.
See, the test is going to be next week. The reason being is that men, males, whether they're white, black, brown, red, or yellow, can impose sexual intercourse. If I would, try to impose sexual intercourse on any of the gentlemen here, and they said, I'm sitting next to my wife, and I went to my purse and I got my Uzi. And I frightened the man. What's going to happen?
It's not going to work.
I hope everybody got that. The erection cannot be maintained in the presence of fear. So females cannot impose sexual intercourse, like ultimately what? Frighten the man. Now the Creator made that possible so somebody, if they were in danger, they wouldn't be in conflict. You see, it's fear. Fear about unemployment could cause a man to have erection problems. Are you all with me?
Yeah.
So there's a reason that if the concern is genetic survival, and see, we are decoding this material because we have thought somehow there's some white people who are going to work with us. Sometimes we thought it was Republicans, sometimes we thought, with Lincoln, and sometimes Democrats. But even President Obama is finding out. It could be Republicans or Democrats. But if it's a black man that they're being asked to support, they start jumping ship. Because the test for white people, see, in other words, they work 24/7. They don't sleep. They got 3 shifts going. See, we work 1 shift and then go to bed and then party. They work 24/7 about maintaining the conditions for their survival. You see, because it is very serious to them. And if they have some people who classify themselves as white, who start looking like they're getting out of line, what's the question that they ask? Are you a nigger lover? You see, are you with us or are you with them? Now, this is a fundamental question that has to do with the issue of their survival. So that we cannot depend on communists, conservative liberals, Greens, libertarians. And see, this is not a lecture about hate white people. It is a lecture about understanding the opposition. And one of the best analogies to have in mind is the game of chess. See, what is a game of chess about?
Strategy.
Those are nice BC answers.
It's white.
Black king.
It's conquering the king. White is right.
It's about white king checkmate the black king. White always moves first. So white is playing what? Offense, defense. And black has to play defense out. This is what we have now. This is distressing to a lot of people. because we wanted to believe, as we were even programmed to believe in the area of religion. See, I don't know how many of you, I'm a little bit older than many, but if you went to Sunday school, my grandfather was chairman of the Deacon and Trustee Board, so we were in Sunday school before we could see straight. But what did we learn? That God is white. Now, anybody used to think they didn't learn that God was white? See, if you were given that little Sunday school card with a white picture of Jesus, your brain automatically concluded that his father had to be white. His father could not have been black. Now, if he was a historic figure, he was black. Even Billy Graham said that Jesus could not have been white. But we are programmed to think that Jesus was white, and therefore his father is white. And we were taught to sing, Jesus, translate white man, loves the little children. All the little children of the world, red, yellow, black, and white. All are precious in his sight. How many know that song? Boy, no more church going than these kids. There was a time when everybody knew those basic songs. You see, but being taught that God is white, and they got a musical came out some time ago, Arms Too Short to Box with God. Meaning arms too short to box with the white man. See, when I was a little child, having seen the Sunday school card with Jesus on it, I had just drawn my own conclusion that the man on the Quaker Oats box must be God. See, he was somewhat older with white hair. Jesus was younger, so, now we thank him for the food. We just had this big Quaker Oats box in the pantry. I mean, that was my conclusion. But if any of you, saw a Sunday school card with the white Jesus, your brain jumped to that conclusion too without your knowing it. That's called a subconscious conclusion. So anyway, this was deeply programmed in our thinking, but I tell people that the truth is you cannot hide it. That it will come out in material. It will come out through the subconscious. Because if we break the name Jesus down in Ebonics, it spells just us. That's who we're waiting for, right? Just us to get our heads together. Now I say that as black people, we greet each other a zillion times a day. We're saying, hey, what's happening? What's happening? What's happening? Because we don't know what's going on. See, we keep running into a wall and wondering how come things haven't worked out. Because we have been deceived. We have been told we are in a democracy where everybody is equal. The truth and the reality is that we are in a system of racism, white supremacy. See, we're told that the system of democracy has imperfections. No, we are in a system of white supremacy that has been perfected. And that's why we keep staying basically in the same position. And as long as we don't understand we're dealing with a system, every week we just complain another black man has been shot, another black man has been killed. You say, 10 over there, 3 over there. Oh, well, let's add up the statistics and somebody will run and complain about it. But if it's happening over and over again, that implies intentionality.